So, I am making headway on the whole unwrapping my body thing. And start to realize how much control they ain't gonna have that I've already taken away and alleviate on the torture part of it. I have made great breakthroughs, though I've been working on it for months. I now understand. I'm basically reverse engineering my own central nervous system. That's basically what I have to do, unwire it. And as I make a breakthrough of certain things, just like when I get to a little spot, I notice it's tangled, but I can pop it. However, the most important thing to worry about right now is the fact that the infiltrators are getting extremely ass hurt at the progress I'm making and apparently fucking up their thing. They keep playing on situations and then twisting them and I guess relaying them or something else in the way they want to put it to create and keep the same bullshit and miss everything going. And I am so sick and tired of them using this shit to not only micromanage my life and get their nose and business up in everything I'm doing, but then to falsely portray it and fabricate it and twist it into the way they want to present it in order to keep being able to do it, which was attained illegally further. And then the worst part is what they're really using it for. The sinister ass fucking aspect. It's not even about anything legal. It's what their true use of it is. And now that I've started making that I've started figuring things out and understanding it more clearly, now a threat to their angering, now they're all paying more attention and really want to micromanage and control me and keep things on and freaking make sure no one else gets involved and keep freaking orchestrating scenarios because they cannot let this get out. And that's what I'm really sick of, is how it's being orchestrated and manipulated only to oppress, fuck me off, torment me from having anything, when my entire intent always is for the better of the whole and good and to help and everything else. That I have to be treated this way and have my life twisted and turned against me and have everything falsely portrayed and used. I mean, and then take credit for who I am when this is who I was. You are only credited for making me full of hate, losing hope, becoming a freaking antisocial, believing that people are just crap now and that I don't want to do anything else to help them, that I don't want to do anything for anybody, that I don't want to have a wife and kids. You are only responsible for fucking destroying me and the courteous, respectful, honorable fucking person I was and tried to fucking do the best for everyone, help everywhere I went. And you've done nothing but stomp on that and now make me a hateful, rage-filled instead of a loving, compassionate person that I was. You've made me into a hateful monster that just wants to destroy and harm now. How in the fuck would you say that's a good thing when you have turned me nothing into but a fucking raging monster? You've corrupted everything of me and everything about everything. You have no positive fucking whatsoever except for the fake ass positives that you're portraying, saying you're credible, and that's the only positive is false positives. And you use the person I was, because I am a good, and you're using that as you did that you are responsible for creating that. No, anybody that knows me from my past and go talk to, this is who I was. You ain't responsible. The only thing you're responsible for is destroying that person and making me, and it's not even really destroying, but you're creating situations to where I will defend what I believe and who I am, and you're turning people under false guises and pretense against me. And so I have to see them in a different light, and I will act as they are portrayed to me, and as they are. I can't help it that they believe some bullshit and that you're able to infiltrate and do this shit, but I have to defend and react the way they come at me. So the fact that yous are creating all these situations and then trying to make me out to be the bad guy is bullshit. Yous are falsely misrepresenting me to others and turning them in a different again and creating a situation and then trying to use how I react to that situation as I am some crazy. No, when I am acting reasonable and responsibly and rationally against what you are creating and how these people are coming at me. And it's even worse that you're doing it falsely and that these people are grabbing onto this shit and treating me this way out of bullshit. And that's the worst part, what you've done to me. And I don't think I've acted that irrational whatsoever. However, you take someone that doesn't have a mental state and mentality like me, and I bet you they're responsible for half the crazy-ass, insane fucking nut-up just shooting shit and doing a lot of shit. Because there ain't very many people that can handle what you've done to me and not do that, utterly slip and just annihilate shit. And that's what you create. You create a situation to get people to isolate to the point that they just explode. And you don't care, as you always say. Do it. I dare you. Go shoot him. You ain't going to do that. You push me to want to get that, so you can try to hide and move on to your next one. Just like the torture, the way you do it, you try to portray it as my back. You always, you guys, what you do is guys are behind another thing. So if my back hurts or something like that, that's the areas you'll target the worst. If I got a headache, or if I'm driving and I hit my arm, you'll target that. You always have a means, an excuse for everything you do to hide it behind a normal thing. And that's the problem, that all these fucking pieces of shit buy your story instead of the victim and what's happening to me. So in anything I have said, you guys have been able to go behind and claim another thing, and the criminal is the one that's believed. So now if I go rob, I'm going to come to you and say, no, that happened from the name. And you have to believe me now, because that's exactly how this is, because they're supposedly good people, and they're automatically getting credit for and belief on when these are the evil, backstabbing, sorry motherfuckers. And yet, it took 2.5 years of every single thought, look, everything else, and we're at where they still have to fabricate, falsify, and create shit. Now, how is that? After 2.5 years of every second of my life, you still got to spend your days falsifying, creating, and trying to twist things. That's amazing. And if I'm so bad, and so you've remote viewed me for 2.5 years, you ain't got no footage to show something? Where is your evidence? I mean, after 2.5 years, I'm sure you got to have more than just saying I'm doing this or I'm thinking that, because you twist my thoughts and you twist them into however you want to translate them. Your translation program of my thoughts is some bootleg ass shit, boy, because you twist everything the way you want it, and the translations are, the words are turned into something different, so you can fucking keep telling, this is how I'm. No, this is a bootleg ass fucking program with that shit too, and I'm sick and tired of you twisting my thoughts and then relaying them to people in fault, where I keep getting accused and I keep getting mistrusted because you're saying I'm on to something else, and which I'm not. And there's not an action yet to date that can demonstrate anything you claim. Not one. So when does some crazy ass Spock ether ass fucking translation shit trump every action that I've done, and interaction I've had people, and how I've done what I've done? How the fuck does that, after 2.5 years, trump some weird ass fucking keep having a hurriedly trying to twist it and get shit going because you got nothing? It is what it is. Actions dictate something, not your created, fabricated fucking delusion. Got it? Delusions don't, and it's like, and your subliminal messages and fucking with my dream and trying to turn me into stuff and trying to. It's kind of easy that you can not only translate and twist my words, but then you can keep subliminally saying something to try to get an image or force something in there and then pass that as truth when I can't even block. How the fuck can you already do that shit? And then you say you can do that. So you fabricate everything and falsify everything just so you keep pushing this shit and keep doing it. And that's a sick ass shit, and I can't believe it. Too near nobody has fucking got a brain enough to say, wait a minute, and done anything. The most horrific fucking shit and hoodwinked, and what your real motives are sickening. You may have them convinced, but that's the thing, being around since as long as you've been doing this, and we've established this since I was your reason. I know your true motives, and they are not even close, what you claim and what you keep telling these people. And that's the fucked up thing. You've come into a good area, a good town, and you've taken advantage of their fucking gullibility and shelteredness, and you're playing on it. And now you're bringing your big city things in, and you're orchestrating certain things to happen to justify keeping this fucking delusional program going, saying you're the benefit when you're creating the problems that you're relaying to these people. You've caused them, and you're doing it purposely so you can keep pushing this while you're slowly getting your ways in to fucking take control. I know your true nature. See, I've been on the streets. I am the big town. I'm both the looks and the. I'm a whole nother animal. I'm the perfect, and I see through your bullshit that you keep playing. No one wants to listen to me. They want to jump to conclusions and judge shit and not listen. Though every day I try to tell you what's really going on, but nobody will take a second. Though I've never lied to anybody, I've never sent them the wrong way, and I've never fucking done anything. But I get no credit for none of that. Though I've only tried, because it sounds, I understand, but ignorance is not an excuse, and that's why the law doesn't recognize it. It's not an excuse for the law either. But you need to wake up, Watertown especially, because I understand. I'm not saying it's bad. You guys are good-natured people, and they play on your emotions. They play on everything, and the fact that you have been sheltered. But I'm trying to tell you, they're not who they claim to be. I know who these people are from, and that's not about. They're taking advantage of that situation because of where this is and with everything going on. It's a very good strategic spot. They want to bring their people, and there is racism on their part. I hate this. I'm not. It is what it is, though, and it's true. And if you ever look into these people and you go actually to these areas and start researching them, you're going to find out that I'm not lying. This is legitimate, and I don't say shit unless I have some kind of fact behind it and basis. I'm not one of the people that just run my neck about people, and I will tell you to your face just as I'll tell you it now. But when I say something, I have substance, and I have something I can offer in support of, not just a bunch of claims and fucking, I will give you something to back that if I come to that conclusion. But these people are not, and they are literally creating more trouble here just to get this. And I don't know if you guys maybe be able to tie something together because I'm not in the in of everything. However, when this stuff starts shaking up or anything, is there more problems? Do you seem to have a string of more things in order to try to support some when it seems like people ain't grabbing? Is there any kind of weird-ass pattern going on? Let's look into little things and take a second, and don't be caught up in it. You need to step back from it and then look at it again. Is there some kind of weird-ass fucking magical coincidence that just coincidentally keep happening? It's all one source. You can resolve all of it with the one source. That's the funny part. The ones saying they're helping it are the ones creating it. And they want to create more because they want to be the gods of and get their little fucking skin. And look at their type of person there. If you look at these people, I know they portray as one thing, but these are the most self-centered, greedy, scandalous motherfuckers you ever meet. And you can't tell me when you're around them, you don't have a weird-ass fucking feeling. However, when you're around me, look how people are. I don't ever see people, I mean, it's terrible. Do you get a different feeling around me than what they say? And you get a different feeling around them than what they say. Go with your gut for once. Stop believing that's the first thing. I understand it's a good thing that I had, and that's what got me here, is to trust in people and believing they wouldn't do that and believing this, and that's how I ended up. So for a second, don't believe everything here, because sadly, they ain't like us. These people got ulterior motives, and there ain't no more of that. It's just, and it's sad. It really is. And I kept trying to hold on to it here and keep it going, and that's why I do so much to not let that be lost. But in the process, these fuckers infiltrated and now stomp me out because they knew that's what I was doing. And that's why I go around, and people that do good things, you always see me, I give something to, like a gemstone or something. I always try to keep things rolling, just like when I was in the county, the dude needed stamps. So he could freaking, I wanted to keep them together. So when I got out, I went and got him stamps and brought him back to the county, gave him my walk. These are lasting things I try to do to keep things rolling on a good. Yet these fucking assholes have somehow come in and stomped on that and really put a standstill. And they knew I was their only threat because I knew what the real, and I wasn't going to stand up for it because I don't ever stand up for it. So all I'm saying is just for a second, let it be possible and look into it and look into these people, because I know them all, and they're all tied to me on a scandalous level. And I promise you one thing, my word to you, that all these people have done something to me that I have never done nothing to one of them. And I can give you my word on that. Not a one. Most of them I have caught doing something or tried to pull some shit, and I got at them about it. And that's the whole thing, is because I disrupted their fucking shit. And that's what it all comes down to. I caught them. They didn't like it. I kicked them or whatever. And I'm telling you, and greed and everything. But this is the real. I promise you, just give it a second and look into it. Please. For once, just for 5 minutes. Patterns, think just what's really going on. And just, please, in your gut, test. Go with your gut. You have to. God, do not listen to people. They are, there's good, but